Welcome into LAFC Weekly, presented by Carmax. I am Max Bretos. This is the show that gets you up close and personal to all things black and gold. Few players with the club have had a longer tenure than Colombian defender Eddie Segura. He joined LAFC at the very end of 2018 and has been with the team ever since. Unfortunately, his time here has been interrupted by two seismic ACL injuries. In the summer of 2023, he signed a new contract which told us two things. A, LAFC takes care of their players, and B, Eddie Segura was ready to come back to the field, which he has. Let's go behind the crest with Eddie Segura, presented by Carmax.
I also want to take the opportunity to talk about Eddie Segura, who's now coming back from an injury but looks fantastic. Eddie will be like a new signing for us, and those of us, myself included, and many of you who have followed the club, I mean, what a professional, what a guy, and what a player that we have to welcome back. And he's been looking very sharp in training and has worked so hard over these years.
Dos veces me rompí el LCA, ligamento cruzado. El primero me lesioné en el 2021, más o menos como a mitad de temporada. Y la segunda vez me lastimé en el 22, en los playoffs. La primera lesión para mí fue más como un reto donde lo quería afrontar con muchas ganas de volverlo más rápido. Por ahí la segunda vez fue lo que me golpeó más fuerte mentalmente, emocionalmente, porque pues fue tanto rato trabajando para volver a tener la lesión, entonces pues muchas cosas pasan por la cabeza. Pero bueno, hoy gracias a Dios puedo hablar de una situación diferente, de que me volví a recuperar, de que estamos en la cancha nuevamente y que estoy muy feliz de haber podido pasar estas dos lesiones, de regresar, de estar aquí haciendo parte del LAFC y de seguir haciendo historia, que es lo que quiero seguir haciendo con el LAFC.
Eddie's influence has been felt here ever since he came, whether he was injured, whether he's not. I think we all have shared Eddie's frustration, probably not to the extent of Eddie himself, but of his terrible luck with injuries over the last couple of seasons. So there will be maybe Eddie and his family, but there will be nobody more excited to watch Eddie run back out for LAFC than me. I empathize so strongly with players who have had tough runs of injury. That was the story of my career. So for me, this rebirth of Eddie and what this time away has afforded him is to really focus on strengthening and things you can't necessarily do while you're in the day in, day out training. And Eddie's physical numbers are already back to and improved from what it was pre-injury. And we all know what Eddie brought to the team pre-injury. Eddie's quality is already evident. And yeah, just incredibly excited to have Eddie back.
Este club ha sido una parte muy importante en mi vida, en mi carrera. El poder regresar, poder ponerme la camisa, poder estar en el camerino con la ropa de partido, yo creo que es algo muy lindo. Muy feliz de ser parte de este club que me abrió las puertas en el 2019 y que todavía seguimos aquí, entonces muy agradecido, muy contento y con muchas ganas de seguir escribiendo la historia para el club y para mi carrera.
Coming up on LAFC Weekly, presented by Carmax, LAFC defender Ryan Hollingshead takes us on his journey to the black and gold. LAFC Weekly is presented by Carmax, official used car retailer of LAFC, by BMO, official bank of LAFC, and by Pacific Office Automation. We have your office game plan. Welcome back to LAFC Weekly, presented by Carmax. Ryan Hollingshead is one of a kind, one of the best fullbacks in Major League Soccer, one of the highest scoring defenders in MLS. He scored 6 goals in LAFC's 2022 championship season. 2023 All-Star. He is a humanitarian, a family man, a man of faith, a soon-to-be real estate mogul. Slight exaggeration, but he'll explain that here shortly. He is just salt of the earth, and after 8 seasons with FC Dallas, we are thrilled to have him here in Los Angeles. Ryan Hollingshead is this week's player profile, presented by Rockstar Energy Drink.
Hello, my name is Ryan Hollingshead, and I am an outside back for LAFC from Sacramento, California. So growing up my whole life, I was an attacker. I loved to score goals. I loved to get into the attack. I drafted to play professionally in Dallas, and in my first year there, got converted to outside back. I really found a great position as an outside back. Love being an outside back, and I love the fact that I'm able to join in on the attack, even from that defensive position.
Ryan Hollingshead! How many times does he deliver a big moment for LAFC?
I still kept scoring a lot of goals, and I think I broke Zuzi's record now. I think I have the most goals, which is just so exciting. It's so much fun.
The top scoring defender in Major League Soccer adds to his tally.
My professional career began after 4 years of college at UCLA. I got drafted by FC Dallas.
FC Dallas selects Ryan Hollingshead.
I actually took a year off. I didn't go play for Dallas in the first year. I went and helped my brother start a church, and then after a year went and joined Dallas and started my career then. So I think I was 22 when I started. Leading up to the draft, actually, I started telling teams not to draft me because I was gonna go help my brother start this church. So the draft was a really interesting time for me. It wasn't this moment of a ton of expectation or excitement. So I was kind of pursuing something that God put in front of me. And what happened that was crazy and outside of my control was after telling teams not to draft me, I was not at the draft. FC Dallas took a chance on me and drafted me anyway, hoping that I would come back and play at some point. I didn't think in the moment it was going to work out. I thought I was gonna be at this church for a long time, but the way that things played out, I was able to go back and play in Dallas and start my career there. And then from there, I had a really good career in Dallas and then got traded out here to LA. When you reflect back on where you've been, 2 years here at LAFC, it's been just some of the best time of my life. Being able to have these chances to fight for trophies and fight for championships. Part of the reason that I wanted to come here was exactly for that reason. Let's go win some more trophies. Some of my favorite goals of all time, I think, were the first brace I got, the first 2 goals in a single game I got. It was against Vancouver at home in LA, just after being traded from Dallas here to LAFC. Scored my first brace. That'll be a moment I just always remember because I came into this club with so much excitement, and that was my first year, and that was the beginning of what became our championship season and something that I'll just remember forever. Outside of soccer, I have a ton of hobbies. First, I love to invest in real estate. I run a couple real estate companies just down the side. The competition that comes with that. I love the idea of kind of making my money work for me. I also love being a dad. I love doing house projects. I redid an ADU. I love just working with my hands, being handy. And then obviously love playing with my kids. So taking them fishing, going to the beach, going and building sandcastles, those sorts of things. So lots of little hobbies. Obviously, while I'm playing, there's not as much time for those things, but when I retire at some point, I'll get more time to explore those hobbies.
Coming up on LAFC Weekly, presented by Carmax. Neil Tenner, founder of the Black and Gold Running Club, shares the club's journey and passion for running and LAFC. Welcome back to LAFC Weekly, presented by Carmax. Being a great football supporter means more than just showing up to the games. It becomes a way of life with your family, in your community, at work. And LAFC has some of the best supporters out there, and in conjunction with them, helped create some social clubs, including the Black and Gold Running Club. I've had the honor of hitting the pavement in our beautiful city with some of these fantastic folks. By the way, running just makes you feel good. And this group is our topic of Faces of LAFC as we sit down with Neil Tenner and the Black and Gold Running Club.
I think running through the city is very different. Your foot is literally hitting the ground. It's a connection with the city. Maybe it's cliche to say like the heartbeat of the city, but that's kind of what it feels like. You're able to take in the sights and the sounds and the people in a very different way.
I think our route from BMO Stadium's probably one of my favorites. You're in the middle of LA, so when you're ending, like the stadium's lit up and it's just kind of like, that's home. I'm Neil Tenner. I'm the founder of the Black and Gold Running Club, and we're just a group of LAFC supporters and fans who enjoy running and getting together to get our miles in and talk LAFC. At the end of August of 2019, we set a date to have our first meetup and just thought we'd see what happens, and probably had about 50 people show up at Griffith Park, and we did a 3-mile run, and then just since then, we've kind of grown as a group. We've grown it from this crazy idea where I thought maybe it'd be cool if we had 5 people show up to a 5K wearing matching shirts, to 90 people encouraging each other for running and pushing each other to do, bigger races, and just kind of grown our own little community within the Black and Gold community.
Was really nervous to run with a run club because some run clubs are pretty cliquey. And this one was not. I think it helps to have something other than running that people relate to. So being fans of football and the team really kind of brings you together in a different way than just running does. When
I went to college, started to party with my friends and realized I needed to keep in shape. And I think that's when I realized, running came easy to me.
I think for me, running is a chance to be alone with my thoughts. I work through problems better when I'm moving than when I'm just sitting in a chair in front of a computer. Neil has been great. He's super friendly and low-key, easy to deal with. He's really passionate about running and passionate about soccer and LAFC and kind of bringing the two together. And the story of how he sort of got together with the run club with Pat and a few others from LAFC.
It's a very open relationship. Other sports teams I've followed, they don't know who I am, but the fact that LAFC's an organization where I can text people who work for the team, I think that's something that really makes LAFC stand out from other, sports clubs and sports teams.
And I think that's the amazing thing about LAFC in general and everything that LAFC does is it's so much about community. The Run Club is exactly the same, so it kind of exudes that same family atmosphere that you get whether you're in the North End or anywhere else at BMO Stadium. I just completed my second marathon, the LA Marathon, which is an absolutely amazing route, taking you all the way from Dodger Stadium through Chinatown, Beverly Hills, Hollywood.
This was our 5th year having our cheer squad out there on Hollywood Boulevard, and because we do have so many members who are part of supporter culture, we try to bring a little bit of the North End out to the LA Marathon.
You can hear the drums and the chants from blocks and blocks away, and it gives you so much motivation to get through 26 miles of a run. It was the running club that got me the confidence to try it.
The running club to me is a family within a community. The bond that our members have seems to just grow over time. Everyone's there to lift each other, but it's really a group that's there to lift each other up and give everyone the motivation they need and just push them to improve themselves on a personal level. I'm Neil Tenner. I'm the captain of the Black and Gold Running Club. I am Los Angeles, and Los Angeles is Black and Gold.
Coming up on LAFC Weekly, presented by Carmax, we go behind the scenes with Gareth Bale on his final day in Wales to his first days in Los Angeles. LAFC Weekly is presented by Carmax, official used car retailer of LAFC, by BMO, official bank of LAFC, and by Auto Collision Group, official auto collision center of LAFC. Welcome back to LAFC Weekly, presented by Carmax. The arrival of Gareth Bale, we all remember that. Was that something else? I remember I got to host the MC that day, and Gareth Bale nonchalantly introduced himself and said, "I'm Gareth Bale." I'm like, yeah, I know. It was a phenomenon. And while Gareth Bale was not here very long, his goal was to win trophies. He did that famously. And while the time has now passed, he is still a member of the Black and Gold. In fact, he was honored in the LAFC Galaxy game early on in 2024. We look back at his arrival in this classic club moment, presented by Remitly.
When you're on a football pitch, I think you have to give it a go sometimes. You have to take that chance.
Huge transfer news. Welsh superstar Gareth Bale has agreed a deal to join LAFC of the MLS.
One of the great players on the planet will be taking his talents right here to the City of Angels.
I'm looking forward to starting at LAFC. I want to win games, I want to win trophies. I'm very ambitious. I have been through my whole career, so when I'm there, my full focus will be on LA and trying to win games and trophies like we all want to. It's nice, isn't it? The decision was down to the club itself. I think we obviously had a lot of offers, but LAFC just seemed the right club, the right fit. Look, black and gold. Let's go a bit of red off of Wales. The black and gold. The perfect boot, no? Yeah, black, gold, and then red for Wales. It's everything I need in my life. The club just seems very ambitious, going in the right direction, the right fit for me, I think. Want to be winning trophies, want to be challenging, so yeah, everything just seemed a very good fit, and it felt comfortable straight away. I want to be playing games going into the World Cup. There's no secret behind that because every player wants to be as fit as they can, but I think experiencing a different league again. I think obviously I've played in England, played in Spain, so yeah, to try a different league, another culture, something that will be cool to experience, and yeah, I feel like going to LAFC there's a big chance of winning trophies, which excites any player. And yeah, I want to come there to work hard and, like I said, win trophies, win games, because that's what everyone wants to do in football. Hard work.
Tonight, coming from the Bank of California Stadium, the Stars are well and truly out for the hottest ticket in Tinseltown tonight. Celebrations from the luxury seats. Los Angeles is black and gold tonight.
Hello and welcome once again to the heart of Los Angeles, where we are gathered here at Bank of California Stadium for another historic moment for LAFC.
We saw this as a special opportunity to welcome a special player to a special club. So with that, I would like to welcome Gareth Bale.
hopefully now I can play my part and take this club hopefully to the next level and try to win the trophy. So thank you everyone for being here, and yeah, all the best.
That's all the time we have for this week's LAFC Weekly. I hope you got to know our club a little bit better. Till we meet again, this is Max Bretos saying, let's go, black and gold.